Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you. Now enjoy the show. What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of RAERAEs Review. I'm about to let you know what happened on season 4 finale of Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. Ooh, I can't wait for season 5. I can't wait for season 5. Oh my God. I can't believe it. Have y'all been watching our season? Have y'all just been listening to me tell you what happened? I know you've been watching, child. This show is so good. Ooh, it got just about everything in it that's good. You know, family dysfunction. We love a good family dysfunction. You know, business dissensions. You know, folks trying to, step outside the box when they need to be in their lane. Man, just what they call it? Business disruption. Folks trying to come in and do you and take. Oh, it's just so good. You know, this whole power universe is just. It reminds me of The Wire. It took a while for me to watch The Wire, but when I did, I couldn't put that. I think I watched. Now I watched The Wire when it was over. I think right when it ended, that's when I started to watch from season 1, episode 1. I couldn't put it down. I binge watched it every weekend. I think it took me 2 weekends. And don't tell me, I don't know how many seasons it was, however it was. It took me 2 weekends. I mean, man, now I'm watching everything Power because everything that comes through Power is real good. Oh, now, okay, let's just get into it. Okay. Let me just catch my breath because, child, I'm about to tell you some stuff. So, Kanan finds out Crystal then gone on to glory. Boy, rest in peace, Crystal. Juke lets them know Detective Garcia told her. And, he's just, upset. He's just upset. They don't know what happened, but he thinks Rock did it. He's just upset, crying and carrying on. Juke is trying to comfort him. Juke don't believe Rock had anything to do with Crystal going on to glory, but he keeps going back to Dee Wiz, and he won't tell her who's giving him all this intel. I wish he would, so Juke can, tell Rock. I just wish Kanan wouldn't be so hard-headed, trying to be his own man I wish he would just think these people telling him these things don't have his mom's best interest at heart. And he don't see that they're framing Rock for all of this to get her out the picture. Oh my God. Anyway, so we really left off from the pre-finale, episode 9, where Rock and Lou came in to Unique's cave, man cave, right? So they let Unique know under no certain circumstance are you ever come in my son because you got family too, boo boo. And Unique was like, well, I bet you Lou, you didn't even know I was hitting your sister, huh? She liked it rough and get tough with my afro. I mean, Lou was looking like what, but still keeping his stance. Unique was like, listen, I bet you didn't even know that your son wanted to do business with me, which is a lie. They just playing Rock, and she ain't believing it. I wish Kanan wouldn't. But anywho, Kanan's just trying to figure out what happened to his girl. Oh, Lord. Once you find out, snaps and pops behind all this. Anyway, so yeah, Rock says, leave Kanan alone. Like she said, you can say all this, that, and the third, but it's on and popping. Now, why they wouldn't take them out right then and there? That's a bold move, Unique. Because threatening them all up in her face and calling her bitch and everything, I would have imagined that they just would have, did what he did to OC to them right then and right there. I mean, if they came to you, it's easy. They ain't strapped, and it's like 20 of them against 2. I mean, the odds is with Unique, but he let them walk out. I'm just saying, you ain't walking out of here alive ever. Anyway, so next we see Marvin trying to, work it out with Steffano. Steffano ain't trying to hear this. Again, they walking into the lion's den. First was Rock and Lou. Now it's Marvin. He's trying to work it out with Steffano, trying to clear his name, trying to make it seem like Early couldn't be trusted. But then again, you told Steffano that he could be trusted. So Steffano was like, listen, I knew I shouldn't trust you. And as a matter of fact, I ain't working with Rock no more. Tell her the deal is off. He was like, no. I'll straighten it out. But Steffano let a little something slip, talking about how he and Russo is, kind of beefing now, and that's something he didn't want. Apparently, Russo done rolled up on his territory. Now Steffano gotta, see about that too. So it's just making matters worse. But then again, Russo is, kind of doing what Unique, is letting on to. So pretty much Marvin got escorted out. Steffano don't want to hear nothing else from Marvin because his, one of his homies was they had to pull him out the river, at the East River, child. So Marvin, you messed up, but we all know what Marvin about to do. In the meantime, in between time, we got a little spyage on Unique's baby mama. And first he went to the house and found out that the mom was getting escorted by one of Unique's men. So he followed them and see they at the St. Vincent Hospital. And then the baby mama come out to meet them. So Lou was like, yeah, because Rock already told him that, listen, we gonna do what we gotta do. So he looking like, okay, got a twofer. Next, we see Rock is trying to, do business with the what they call it, with the Chinese man that owns a restaurant, the brother of who is the only brother left because the other 2 brothers is gone thanks to Marvin and also Unique. Rock is trying to negotiate with him, letting them know that, we still in this together. He was like, nah, I already told you, do whatever you want to with me. I'm old. I don't care. She was like, we know you do have family. He's like, I sent my family back to China. So it's nothing you can do. So if you're going to do me, because you can't do nobody else. You let her know about an old Chinese proverb, pretty much, what you can't do, you can't do. All right, Rock. What you gonna do, girl? Next we see Detective Garcia bugging Juke, letting her know that there's an eyewitness that says there was a black woman coming out of the apartment to where Crystal was, and you fit the description. Juke was like, "Fuck you, Garcia," and walked off. I know that's right. Detective Garcia gone somewhere. But now Juke know that there was a black woman that came out of that apartment where they last saw Crystal in. So that gives, now she ain't looking too hot in the face. She looking a little face twisted up. Child. So next we see Kanan. He over there with snaps and pops again. They trying to recruit him, child. I just wish he stopped going over there. They're trying to recruit him, letting him know he should hook up with Unique. And Kanan's like, nah, I ain't trying to do all that. I just want to know what happened to my girl. And they want to know if he at with that famous intel. He was like, famous gone. You know, I'm just trying to figure out what happened to my girl. Child. So then they just letting them know, giving them, feeding them all kind of wooshy, wooshy, mushy, mushy about how he should do business here and there and there and here. And, you know, don't worry about your mom. Just do you, because it ain't about your mom no more. And whoop de woo and wop de wop. Anyway, feeding him all kind of mess, telling him he gotta, you know, fulfill his legacy. You know, his dad did business with them back in the day. So they, you know, feel a little obligation to keep that legacy going. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Trying to tug on his heartstrings. I don't even know that wasn't even his daddy, child. Anyway. Anyway, so again, Kanan just want to know what happened to his girl. Can y'all tell him that? Next, we see Unique over there trying to not really get with Sal's, you know, widow, but just letting her know what's going on in these streets, and that Rock and his family still roaming the streets after they did her husband, and you know, playing on her top, you know, and tugging on her heartstrings about Marvin and Rock, you know, just the whole sheboing. And so she was like, "Well, what is Russo talking about?" And Unique was like, you know, he ain't budging. It is what it is. So she said, I may have a talk with him. See how he can help you out. Since you so, you know, forthcoming and everything. I think he should help you out. So anyway, child, he ain't trying now. I thought he was trying to get with her, you know, holding on to her and everything, letting her cry on his shoulder, child. I'm surprised she letting him. Because you know that they still don't listen. Let's just put it is what it is. Those particular folks don't like his particular folk, if you know what I'm saying. Anywho, she's just so distraught, and she knows who got her husband murked, and that's all that matters. She putting that over her true animosity towards them folks. Anyway, Unique got a plan. He's still trying to build his army, child. Speaking of building armies, so after leaving Steffano's, Marvin knew what he had to do, like I said. And he goes on and find Early in a motel, and then some dude bringing Early something to eat. And next thing you know, Marvin pushed through right at the same time. The delivery man's coming, which is a friend of Early's. And this is what happened to both Early and the friend, child. And then Marvin take the food like, this look good. Let me go ahead and eat this. He eat something. Tapeworm. So anyway, child, Juke and Rock talking at the same spot that they always talk at, and she's letting Rock know Kanan is really on some ish, you know, and with Detective Garcia telling Juke that the black woman was seen coming out of the place where Crystal had been murked. Well, that kind of gave Juke a little doubt on Rock's integrity, and she's questioning Rock, you know, and Rock was like, I know you ain't questioning me, niece. because you need to watch what you say. You are grown now, and anything you say can and will be held against you in these streets. So, what you really want to do? And then Juke had let her know, I'm not a little girl no more. I've been listening, watching, watching, listening ever since you thought I wasn't listening, watching, watching, listening. You didn't really see me until you saw me next to your son. So I suggest you take heed and know that I'm a grown ass woman. And whatever I'm saying is what I'm saying. So Juke let her know that, she's doubting her too. Juke was like, what happened? What do you know about Crystal? And girl. So now they kind of at odds. Not kind of, but are at odds. But not like it is with Kanan. But child, I was like, oh, Juke. Next, we see some other folks having lunch and everything, trying to squash some beef. Come to find out, like I said, Russo done moved in on Steffano's territory with his business. And they both discuss how Russo has Steffano take out Sal. That was a revelation. Hello, they thought that was all supposed to be, boys. So, excuse me. They talking, trying to straight stuff out. They sound like brothers, if you ask me, just beefing over some territory that they like the ones older, so the older one has rank because he older. They just sound like some bickering family members. But Steffano was like, you ain't got to give me what I've already had all along in regards to Russo said, okay, I'm going to give you back your corners so we can squash this beef and let both of our respective hoods know that we ain't beefing no more. So he stood up to hug it out, and then Russo shanked him like they did Tory Lane's child, but just in one spot. They didn't do it 14 times in the back, in the face, in the head, and carrying on. Yeah, he just got him, 2, maybe 3 times in the gut on the left side. So the left side is kidney. The right side got more of the stomach, the liver, the gallbladder, the other kidney. So he may have a fighting chance. Wasn't too much. Now, when you stab up the liver, it's a good chance you can be out of here real quick. The kidney too, just saying. But he have more chances of living, getting stuck. Just FYI, he has. I know anatomy and physiology. Okay, that's my thing. So the fact that he got stabbed on the left is a better sign that less organs was damaged and maybe just some, tissue got disrupted. But yeah, child, Russo walked off and wiped the knife clean on his pants leg while Steffano looked at him. Russo looked at him and Russo walked off, child, like ain't nothing happened. I'm like, oh, Russo, you doing something from from way back. But yeah, that was it. So now we got Lou talking with his nephew about things, and Kanan's like, I can't believe you working with her again. How you was out and yada yada. And Lou had to let him know, like, I was never out. I was just taking care of myself. Kanan looking at him after finding out that Lou took out D-Wiz and not his mom. Although the mom kind of called the shots, right? That's what she do. But Kanan was looking a little dazed, but still blaming his mom for everything up under the sun, including him banging his foot on the side of the dresser, the Coke can squirting on him. I mean, he just blaming his mama for everything up under the sun. Like that. So Lou had to let, nephew know that, your grandma wanted to, be taken out of here quicker than normal. She had some extra sleeping medicine. She wanted me and Marvin to put into her IV, but we couldn't do it because it would mess us up. But guess who did? Yep, your mom. She's the one who helped your grandma get out of her misery. Only because she's a G. She calls the shot. She does what's necessary. I hope Kanan don't take that out on Rock. No, because he loves his grandmother. Grandmother. It is what it is. You know, sometimes the unconventional is the best way. I look, Ray Ray has lived. What's up, aunties and aunts? What it do? Ray Ray has lived, so I understand the unconventional methods just may be the best way. I can write a book on what's the best way when things is going the way they're going. It is what it is. So hopefully that sank into Kanan's head, but I don't think so. Ooh, he's so mad at his mama, child. Next, we see Buttah -1 talking, and the manager chick lady is checking in on him, wanting to talk to him, and because everybody know Crystal done gone on the glory. And Juke is just real aloof. She's answering questions, but I mean, she's engaging in conversation, but it's just, it's hard. Everybody, they figure everybody grieves differently, but if they only knew what Juke was going through right now, child. But yeah, so Juke and Keisha was there and with the manager and everything, and she was like, I still, wish for y'all the best, and yeah, girl. It's been what, a year now, child, please. Anyway, so yeah, they just, she was checking up on the girl, because that was it, y'all. It wasn't much there, and ain't nothing gonna be there, child. Anywho, so now Rock and Marvin going back and forth. She mad at him because stuff is messed up. They're talking about Steffano and everything, and how it's gonna be an issue. And then she, going in about how things is messed up because of Marvin. And he was like, well, you ain't made the best decisions either. She was like, what'd you say? And he just is letting her know that, listen, I took care of things. Early is gone. The 2 folks that messed with Steffano's people is gone because of me. And Rock was like, I still got to talk to Steffano and clear all this up, because Marvin told Rock Steffano don't want to, let her use his trucks and everything. Because remember, Steffano said, tell your sister the deal is off and go on and kick rocks. So, that's why she's so mad and everything. And they yelling at each other, carrying on. So they storm out. I mean, what else is going on? What else? So now we see Rock and what's her name, Keisha, and after the throws of passion and everything in her place, and they just talking and catching up, and she letting Keisha know, I don't want to come down to Spelman and go to college. I want to stay here with my dad. He needs me more than I need to go down there to Spelman. Even though, Juke has told Keisha that ain't nothing really there for her in New York. Well, a lot has happened, Keisha. And it's best that Juke stay around because she got a good shot. And it's best that she be around because her family needs her, not just her dad. You know what I'm saying? Listen, Kanan need her more. Anyway, so hopefully things will work out. So they just gonna see each other when they see each other. Next, we got Kanan being introduced to the nephew of Snaps and Pops. That's Brreeze. Real name is Bernard. So as we see, Brreeze, if you remember, back in Power, Ghost says that he had to take Brreeze off the set as a teenager. So we gonna find out exactly, perhaps in season 5, we may be introduced to how Ghost and Kanan met. I think they met when they was younger, right? Ain't that nothing? Child. So now we see Brreeze, who was taken off the set by Ghost when they were teenagers. So I'm sure positive that season 5 will tie in all of this and how Kanan met Ghost because of all this foolishness, and I'm pretty sure he gonna find out about snaps and pops. I can't wait for season 5, but we ain't there yet. We ain't there yet. We ain't there yet. Okay, so I can't believe it. So yeah, so they putting them together, and again they keep bringing up in the conversation Eunique, and Kanan was like, "What?" He was about to say something, but Snaps and Pops just kind of moved in and was telling Brreeze that we just want y'all to know each other. We ain't gotta have no reunion or nothing, or no long drawn out anything. We just want y'all to lay eyes on each other so y'all know who each other is, and we can discuss things later. So we just want y'all to know who each other is and lay eyes on each other and just know what's really going on, and that moving forward, we're gonna be one big happy so-called family, but in business. All right, Kanan, setting your behind up. So next we see Marvin walking in on Juke, putting her bed together, and they end up talking about the uncomfortable conversation about Rock. And he lets her know that he came in late. She had company, and she let him know that it was Keisha or Iesha, one of them Isha's child from the group. He's like, "Oh, I didn't know she was gay." She's like, "Well, it is what it is. She really don't know yet either, I guess." And he let her know that, well, it's your house too. You can have company. So now, Juke knows that she ain't got to sneak and hide. But the conversation with Rock, Juke let him know that it was uncomfortable because she questioned her about Crystal and the famous and how, does she know anything? Maybe she has something to do with it. And Marvin's like, "Oh, hell no. Nah. And not Rock. That ain't even her MO. Nope. And this is after he and Rock got into it. But he know for a fact that it wasn't Rock. And we all know it wasn't Rock. Hello. But Juke, I hope she took that to heart, but at the same time, it is what it is. So hopefully things will be better, child. Hopefully things will be better. But we gonna find out. So Eunique, he goes to Russo and he's just trying to, get some clarity and hopefully get more insight on if they can do business yet. And Russo lets them know, well, listen, I already did some shit with Steffano and may come back on me. So do what you got to do, because I got bigger fish to fry over here. I mean, he looks stressed AF. I mean, Eunique is like, what? I can do what I want to do? Huh. But he already know that Russo did something to Steffano, and it's gonna be out on the streets and on the wire any second. So Eunique gonna find out. Russo looking so nervous, like he's shaking like a crap game, child. Russo is upset, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So now everybody know about Steffano. He in the hospital. They don't know if he gonna make it or not. Like I said, luckily it was on the left side. Not a whole lot of organs, but the kidney, maybe the spleen, but you can live without the spleen, child. Just like you can live without the appendix, but it's too much vital stuff on the right. The liver's vital, stomach, some stuff anyway. But we still gotta say and if he get one kidney, he still got another one. That's what I'm saying. So hopefully, maybe that's why he's standing on the left, because he kind of knew. Gangsters know. These street folks know where the vital organs is. You know what I'm saying? That's what I always aiming for, the chest area, like the popo. Because once the heart gone, that's that. It's a wrap. But yeah, so Rock was like, well, they don't know if Steffano is coming or going, so she's giving an okay to Lou to go ahead and pull a trigger on Eunique. Do what you got to do, bro. And you see Lou like, yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, baby. Mm-hmm. It's on and popping. And next we see Detective Garcia rolling up on Kanan. Tell him I want to talk to you about Crystal so-and-so, whatever her last name was. And Kanan is eager to hear him. Yes, he is. And Marvin checking up on his on little girl. He sees her, she sees him. She's like, hey, she's so distraught, child. She don't know what to do. So yeah, she's going to hopefully a better foster family. And hopefully things will be better. So she sees him. She sees that he sees her. So she knows that he's around. You know, he's like her guardian angel. So hopefully things will work out in this new place. And no more shenanigans gonna be happening because you know, folks is folks. So, you know, it is what it is, child. And like Lou was like in true fashion, just like Rock said, you got family too. Telling Eunique, it is what it is. So here we go. It is what it is. Lou and Brreeze in a toilet herself. I hope that's not Brreeze's baby mama card. Oh my God, don't let it be, don't let it be, don't let it be. Anywho, so they roll up on Eunique baby mama and the son, because you know Lou has been telling them, and they see him getting out the car, just went grocery shopping. She telling him, okay, go up the stairs and get with your homework, because you know we ain't playing around here. And then here come Lou, get in the car. They got in the car, okay? And then a pivotal scene where after Detective Garcia left, Juke came over. Kanan's real distraught, letting her know what Detective Garcia told her. Pretty much the same thing he told Juke. Juke was like, that could be anybody. And you don't know that it was your mom's that came out of that apartment where they found Crystal. And he's just convinced. After he knows she had D Wiz taken out, and then from what Snaps and Pops told him about, you know, her taking out Famous through some dirty cops. He's just putting all this together. It's like it's her. So she can't stop him. She can't stop him. He ran out, got his piece with him, and she's like, "Man, what you about to do?" He's like, "If you ain't with me, you against me." So she stayed there, got the phone. I hope she called to warn Rock what is going on with Kanan. Because child, I don't know. This ain't adding up too good. So now the war is on. First, they Molotov cocktail it's the Eunique's people, because we saw them getting all they rounds of ammunition and everything going. So first we see the Molotov cocktail of the distribution where Rock was, you know, getting a lot of her products stored and everything, where the man was like, listen, you can do whatever you want with me. I'm not dealing your stuff no more. And I sent my family to China. So that's the place. Then we see Steffano's place. So, you know, stuff is going on. Next, we see a drive-by. There it is. Ricky. You know, this ain't Boys in the Hood. But they aiming at Marvin. They see him got his car. He taking, you know, refuge. And he over there, I think that's Early's place, checking on things. But he couldn't really get in there good enough. And, you know, they try to take him out. They sped off, and he, you know, doing his fire back, and that didn't work either. Next, Child. Next. Next, we see Rock getting held at gunpoint. It's her own son, child. He then went crazy. Buku crazy. They just talking. She letting them know it wasn't me that did this to your girl. It wasn't me that did this to Fame. It wasn't me. I was cleaning up your mess with D-Wiz. I explained that to you. Nothing else is going on with her. And he don't believe her because, again, he's believing snaps and pops. He's believing all these context clues about the black woman coming out of the apartment where Crystal was. So he think it's his mama. Nothing she could say is making him change his mind. And then we see this, and then we see that. And that was it, y'all. Can you believe it? Season 4 finale. Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. Hurry up, Season 5. Hurry up. I can't wait this whole year. Season 5 in 2027. And it's only May. I mean, we gotta wait a whole year. Oh. Well, we got some anticipation. So what's next? Book 4, Tommy and them. What's next? Because book 2 is gone. They ended that. Oh my goodness. Well, that was it, y'all. Hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget to come back to see my other shows that I'm doing with my homegirl Erin. We are co-hosting together with the new Drag Race All-Stars. That's out now, season 10. We're on episode 3 this weekend. Go ahead and watch the previous episodes 1, 2, and the intro looks. Also, I'm reviewing all the Housewives shows. Miami's coming through. Yes. Orange County will be coming through. Atlanta's already out, so watch those too. Just, pretty much anything Bravo. I'm not doing Love Island. I'm not too interested, but just know that I am going to be putting out some newer things, some more reviews, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And we'll catch you next time. Thanks again. Bye. All day.